Yeah, we got this coming before.
Foxy, stop! There must be another way to fix this!
I can't lose her, Vault Hunter. If Ellie's at risk, I have to be the one to put the stone in.
And you think she would be better off losing her mother?
That's the job, Sugar. Now don't try to stop me.
Soldiers, stop them! Protect the asset!
The guy you want is right behind me. Ah, no takers, eh? Fine.
Mission I won't let you harm my son. Do you hear me? Turn away now or die.
My friend, no one wants to hurt your son. Ah, why am I even talking to you? You are not real.
Dad, what are they talking about? You're not...
Ah,
They're lying, buddy. Don't worry. I'm here.
ah.
I'll always be here. I don't care what you saw, Vault Hunter. Nothing is more real than a parent's love. Not even death can extinguish it. Stay away.
Hope you are as nasty as you think. As expected.
Mama! Mama, where are you? Come back! I can't, Ellie. Not while this stone has its hooks in you. Please, Mama. I don't care about that no more. You're all I got. I won't lose another child. If someone has to be sacrificed, let it be me. You'll understand one day. Like hell I will. V8, stop her!
All squads, stop the armed intruders at all costs! for it. The enemy is nearing our perimeter. Prepare for breach.
Dad, what's going on? I'm scared.
It's okay, buddy. You're safe.
No, you are not. Listen, boy. That voice is not your father. Hold on and try to resist it.
I don't care what I am. That dead thing.
Mama, you had me shaking like a purse dog on grooming day. Are you okay?
No, Pumpkin.
Oh no, are you hurt?
No, I mean, this is my fault. That thing couldn't have toyed with your mind if I'd just been honest with you. Ellie, you were right. About your dad. His name was Elliot. He wasn't just some fling. I loved him. And the Hodunk clan killed him for it, to teach me a lesson. Guess I learned it too well.
So you do remember him then?
Every time you laugh, Pumpkin, it's the same as his. With that little snort, like you kicked a Kragan in the tank. That's the one. I never wanted to hurt you, I just couldn't face that pain again. I'm sorry.
Oh, I get it. You've been hurting alone so long. How about we hurt together?
I'm gonna tell you everything, Ellie Bell. I promise. Right after we save that boy.
Dang, V8! Were you perving in on that extremely personal convo when you could have been saving the kid?
So what? Now you two have boundaries, huh? Besides, I am not quite sure how to get the boy out.
It's quite simple.
Pack on a hot dog, pencil stash! You can't be sneaking up on folks like that!
Apologies. But to free the boy from his nightmare, you must only wake him up.
Damn,
Go.
Max has got some fucking
Insert
fat-ass titties on
the
there.
stone.
Right, the stone. I've still got it. Here, sugar.
Mancubus, am I good to put this thing in? Did you not say something about a blood payment?
I say that sort of thing a lot. You have spilled copious blood here. The debt should be satisfied.
Oh, man. Try to go to sleep, but I can't.
Dad! Where are you?
I am sorry, child, but
Ugh.
your father is gone. He died years ago in the moonfall. The thing that spoke to you, it was not him.
There was a crash, wasn't there? And then... No! I need him! I can't be alone!
You are not alone. I promise. We will help you.
You will? Okay. But how?
If you are so inclined, young master, I have use for one so uniquely attuned to dark currents.
Use? What kind of use?
That most urgent and grave of all uses. The hospitality industry.
Hospitality.
Dearest Moxie, from
Hospitality industry. Ugh, fuck me, man.
I'm making room for the good stuff I see. Load him up and let him fly.
Oh, man. I really need to go to bed, but it's really hard to fall asleep. Watch this really cool movie. It's called War Machine with the guy that plays off of Jack Reacher's a series. A really good movie. I really enjoyed it a lot. Oh, fuck. Oh, I gotta talk about my day. Nothing really happened too bad. It's... Talk about work and that. Talk about how we're gonna do stuff and that. You know, because we're already decided on I asked about them promoting me. They didn't technically refuse it, but because I get paid so much, I'm like, well, so you guys are gonna have to give me more money eventually, you know, because like, of course we just started, you know, I get paid more actually than I ever got paid. I can't say it's a ridiculous amount, but I'm not worried about how much I get paid. In general, just want to get paid the worth that I am, you know. You know, when I come in, I get shit fucking done. And despite the fact that, you know, most employees there don't last long enough for shit, they say, well, you gotta keep your employees somehow. You know. That's the biggest thing about employment, is that, you know, if you can't keep your employees happy, say with the money that they have or whatever, it's gonna get a little tougher for you guys. You know, some people stay a lot friend and because the job's just good enough, but they actually have enough fun there. They say that like there's the crazy sisters, you know, sisters I work with and that. You know, both of them been there. All of us been there for over 5 years now. The other one's been there for over 2. And one of my other managers been there for like going on 6 years and that. You know. And a lot of times why they stay there is because they don't pay rent. You know, they don't have much money thrown out, and they just. And I see why people stay in these type of jobs because they're not really hard. You know, it doesn't take a lot of responsibility, honestly. But jobs like these, you know, they keep making money because you're always fucking busy. You know, it's not like, you know, say, I mean, everywhere that has any type of usage is going to be used. Like a car wash industry, you know, since that car wash shut down that, you know, they probably lost like 20-30 grand of money because they keep it open, you know, and just like, and people relied on it to get the shit off their stuff and that, and they did it because it was cheap. And people complain about all the prices were going up, and I'm like, well, minimum wage is going up, you know, what do you expect? Shit goes up. It's just how it is in life, you know, you can boomers and all these people now, you know, they all knew, Gen Xers and boomers all knew when gas was like fucking 80, 90 cents, 70 fucking cents. I said, yeah, shit changes throughout the years, you know, it's just how it is. You know, we can't stop the change, we adapt to the change.
Last night, I had the strangest dream. It was about
you know,
robot creeps. I wonder what it means.
Well, anyway, so I work, and you know, right when I got there, and it was kind of a little busy, you know. One of the guys there, I'm not a really big fan of working with him, honestly. He's a cool person in general, because he's very sarcastic and that, but he's, you know, I call him a twat waffle. Because he's very emotional, he gets really butthurt very easily in that, to a certain extent. And I hate watching what I have to say around people, especially when I'm sarcastic as fuck myself. And people get really butthurt. That's why I don't talk about people in general. Unless it's something that's pretty fucking obvious. You know, because we always gotta talk about each other. It's just how it is. You know? We can't stop any of that type of stuff because it becomes, well, stupid. You know, but for some people now, you know, it gets to the point where it's just like it becomes very tedious. So one of the things is, you know, one of the crazy sisters, you know, I always seem to work with her quite a bit, and I see her a lot more, unfortunately. Not a bad, unfortunately, just like, you know, unfortunately, as in it's like a very small amount of time I see her ass. And I don't really, you know, she doesn't really bother me too much anymore because I kind of already established things. with her, and I called out some stuff that she did that was really fucking stupid, and I'm just sitting there like, dude, you cannot be doing this shit. It's like, I don't care. Like say like the other day in that I was doing truck came in early. These guys come in a little too early sometimes, so I was doing truck in that, and my top assistant does the biggest truck. So he goes through, he orders a enormous amount of crap. Because he likes to do a stockpile of shit. And so he ordered a whole bunch of like the biggest tortillas that we had. And imagine we already had, you know, 2 other boxes of them. And one just got opened up. I was only ordered maybe like 3 of them because we don't go through a whole lot. He ordered 6 of them, so I'm just sitting there, like, dude, we have no room for this stuff. Like, you just, and like, I can only put 3 of them in there, or no, I put 2 of them in there because we had to, and there's 4 totally in there. So actually, yeah, I only put 2 new ones in there, and there's 4 just sitting there. And I'm telling my other assistant manager, I'm like, dude, what the fuck am I going to do with all this stuff? And I was like complaining about it because I was like, dude, I was like, I do truck every single day, and like every time like something happens, he orders because of, you know, we have new stuff coming out. And I said, but you have to calculate, we don't sell a enormous amount of these things, because they still take the same tortilla as the other thing we sold. It's just, the new thing is just more, it's more meat and stuff in it. Basically, it's a double of it, but it's in the same tort. I was like, okay, well, we're going to sell the same fucking amount, because not everyone's going to get this. We didn't even sell that many of them, honestly, which is, you know, because it's the first day in that. And I understand people are going to want to buy more, but it costs, you know, it costs quite a bit. I was thinking to myself, and I'm like, we normally don't even go through a ridiculous amount of them. Like, I wasn't expecting him to buy 3 times as much as what we have. You know, and I was just thinking of something like, it's just the organization was kind of weird. I'm like, I don't know why you blow, you know, it's not saying that stuff doesn't last long. It lasts probably for like 3 weeks now, but the thing of it is, we get a rotation of truck every 3 to 4 days. So we get truck, you know, twice a week. And I'm just sitting there like thinking to myself, I'm like, and only, you know, the heaviest days we have are, you know, the weekends and that. Normally on Sunday and Monday, we don't really have super heavy days. And I'm sitting like, okay, we have all this access stuff, and I'm like, okay, whatever now. I was just frustrated because I had to do truck, because truck was, it's always heavy no matter what. You know, everything's, you know, rather pain in the ass, because I was busting my ass trying to keep the line going, and then I have to do truck and that. And I gotta get leadway because I can be able to eat before I start truck. And I thought I had like an hour or so because they came in a little late, like, oh, they might come in at like 11:30 or 11 something. And normally they do, but you know, they have this new guy. He comes in like an hour and a half earlier, and he always comes in when we got a fucking rush. He's supposed to come in because he even the guy was even telling me, he's like, normally I put stuff up in that because they're too busy working tonight. Like, yeah, you might put stuff up in that, but you just throw shit in there. Like, you're not organized at all, because you already put up one thing. And I'm sitting like, dude, you put this shit fucking everywhere. I'm trying to figure out where the fuck to put this shit at. So I had to reorganize, you know, a little bit of the freezer and that, because you just threw it all in there and didn't even give a fuck where you put it at. I'm like, because we had, like, one shelf. The bottom right is always like all our, you know, fries and shit like that. We keep the fries in one spot, and we keep our potatoes on the top right hand side. Well, he saw the potatoes in there, so he throws all the potatoes in the bottom. I'm
The
like,
people
dude,
of Carcadia were
like, you
meant
can't
for
do
fortune
that, bro.
telling.
Like,
Your palm is looking positively
cause you're just
ghastly,
throwing shit
and
everywhere. We
Mercury
gotta
is about to
reorganize it
crash on
anyway.
that ramshack you call a house. But for a tidy sum of 20,000 credits,
And like knowing that I have to
I'd just like
reorganize
you
it
to
because
help.
this dumbass threw it in there. Cause I ain't getting there in time. They rushed this shit in there. And I'm fine with it. It just took forever to get stuff done. I had to reorganize crap and like throw stuff around. I had to restock the pile, like multiple piles of that, because the way they put it, they just fucking heard a boogie out of there and that without really any fucking respect. Most of the other guys try to keep the door cleared out so I can be able to get in there because I do it rather fast. It doesn't take me long. Well, anyway, so I'm just sitting there, you know, doing my stuff, and going from the beginning of that, you know. One of the crazy sisters, you know, we're supposed to do dude, all these hats are falling apart so bad. We're supposed to all go to a meeting or something that on Sunday. And I was asked, she was like, "Oh, you have to show up on the meetings." Like, I don't have to show up on shit. It's like I'm off at 1 or something like that on Saturday. I'm like 1 in the morning on Sunday. About the time I get home, about to go to bed, because most of the time I probably go to bed, it's probably gonna be like 2, maybe 4 o'clock. It's like I'm not gonna fucking make it to a meeting because the meeting doesn't have anything to do with me. Because they're not gonna point out people for specific things. It has something to do with me and saying, "Oh, you know, we're gonna give a employee of the month award to me because I'm one of their best fucking workers, because I'm the one that establishes the most emotional discipline. I push through enormous amount of stuff, you know, for being just a normal employee and that. And I'm the only one that does truck, because the other guy used to do truck and that. He was always exhausted and tired because, you know, I'm just fucking strong, so it's not really difficult for me. But it's not even about the strength, it's just the mentality of it. I push through all this shit. I do get upset with some things and that, because there's sometimes I get massively fatigued if I don't eat enough food before I do it. Because, you know, I'm throwing around, you know, overall probably like at least 1,500 pounds worth of boxes. And I try to do them all in the like at least an hour or so, depending on how they come in. Sometimes I get the shit done as it comes in, you know, depending on how fast the trucker guys are. But anyway, it's just one of those days, and I'm just tired, really exhausted. I got pushed the fucking line because like people panic very easily, and I walked over to them and I always say, "It's not busy." And that's like, "Well, you know, you yeah." But the thing is, most of these orders can get done in a matter of like 45 seconds. And like, I don't care if like 10 orders coming at once. If they're not dragging into orders, which most likely today wasn't that bad, or yesterday wasn't that bad, we're gonna be able to blow through it really quickly now. And like, he's up there. I need to drink some more. He knows that. If I get a bad shit. But anyway, like, I always get side text messages from my other like system manager I work with, and you know, he always tells me how he appreciates me and stuff like that. I said, bro, it's like, I'm not here to get praise. I don't mind it, but I'm not here for it. I do my job. I push the fucking line. I'm a pusher. It's just who I am. I come in when the shit is fucking terribly fucking broken, and I push through it because I'm emotionally capable of doing it. I already done it enormous amount of times already. You know, there'll be a line of fucking cars and I push people off the line. It's like, let me take over, bro. You guys go fuck off, like literally. And I just shove through it. I basically become like the commander in chief of my work, and and I command the whole entire fucking team because they don't, technically management don't know how to do it, and I kind of brought it up the other day, and I was like, just give me the heads up, and that I just take over this fucking place whenever I want to, because you guys don't, I'm just being generous, like, you guys don't know how to command shit. You guys can, but you guys don't fully understand it, because you guys don't have the mindset like that. Like, to be a commander, or being anything of, say manager, you have to be in full command of every damn thing that happens. Your words literally mean every damn thing. People could be off-putting and do other things in that if they actually have the experience of saying, oh, I time shit. People don't normally do that. I train myself to put a timer in my head. So specific things, and then sometimes I keep calculating probably 3 or 4 different time things. So, I can time, various of things. I keep certain clocks in my head. I was like, okay, I automatically put countdowns on certain things. And when I fully, use my brain instead of being zoned out and not doing shit, because I zone out a lot at work, because it's just bored. Nothing is, interesting. It can be, but it's just boring. Because when I go full fucking, mode, people can't keep up or shit. I don't know, that's why I can't do that. I draw out the laziness because people are fucking just... Maybe because I'm just more balanced. I can't say it's intelligence. Maybe it is a form of intelligence. I think it's more like form of a meditation. That I discipline myself throughout the years. That I just look at things from a different perspective. But then again, I've always done that. I've always timed every single thing in my life. From certain things, and things just pop up in my head. Like if I think someone's gonna be walking upstairs in the next 10 seconds, more or less likely I can feel a vibe and get a picture in my head of them about ready to wake up. Because I just had a vision right now, and to a certain extent, it just came up in my head when I was walking around. Because I know people are gonna be waking up probably in the next couple hours. Because they take out the dogs. It's all timing, because that's what everybody does. We all do certain things at the same time. And it's kind of interesting. But that's what I do at work. I just time everything. Everything comes like a picture of a time limit. So when I do the fryer stuff and that, I put a time limit on certain things. So if I see people doing something, and then sometimes I get shit wrong, which I do. Can't lie about that. I do get some stuff wrong in that. I evidently mistime things and that, but practice makes perfect. But anyway, so one of the crazy sisters, the older one, she's the manager that works with me on Monday and that. I'm guessing that she was kind of flirting with me a little bit. A little bit, because it was very obviously, the way she was talking that, she's said something about Sunday. She says, oh, I'll see you Sunday. I was like, I don't work on Sunday. She's like, you don't? I'm like, no, I'm off on Sunday. She's like, well, so I won't see you on, so I don't work with you anymore Sunday? Being all, emotional and shit. No. So, well, you have to come in. Well, I have to see you during the morning time, though. Why the fuck do you want to see me so much? I don't have to go to the meeting. I'm an overnighter. The meeting's at 8 o'clock. I probably will be falling asleep. Because it's Saturday. And Saturday, we normally get our asses fucking kicked for a little bit. There's a chance I'm probably going to end up sleeping. It's like, well, you have to show up and not, write me up. I'm not going to show up. I don't have... My issues are not anything that you guys can do, because it's issues with you guys. It's issue with the management. It's issue with the things that happen in this place. You guys look at this as a fucking high school playground. You come in, you do all the friend stuff. Never fucking focus on work. You guys get caught up in drama, and you guys talk and blah, 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 all this fucking dramatic bullshit. and your managers, you're so dramatized. It's fine to have a little bit of ha-ha, he here and there. But when you don't have that type of focus and your employees are starting to notice it, of course your employees are going to sit there and call you out for it. You're like, what the fuck are you doing? And that's what I did. I was just like, I was talking to Angela. I said, yeah, it's like every time like you and the older crazy sister and that, you know, you guys talk dramatic fucking shit. Because you're both lonely ass people that want to be friends, but you reject her as a friend because you think it's like, whatever. I'm like, dude, she's lonely as fuck. Despite the fact that she has a boyfriend, but she's very lonely. Like, she doesn't, I have no idea what, like, if the relationship's even whatever it is. I think it's just a, you know, because for all I know is the dude's massively paranoid for what, you know, she was talking about. And I'm just like, why the fuck do you want to be with a guy that's paranoid? I'm like, it has to be something. It has to be money or something that's connecting you with this dude. And I was like, I don't know. It's just stupid fucking shit. So I just gotta go through all this crap. And then, like, every job I go at, I always talk about it. It's always the same shit. And that's one of the things I talked about. Manager about, you know, having me become lead in that. He said, and then he was very quiet about it. He's like, well, only if we're like desperate and all stuff. And I said, yeah, you don't want me to become lead, number one, because I would manage this place like a fucking boss. I already do it now. They already know I can do it, and I don't give. Obviously, they don't need to know that I can do it or not. The whole point of it is that I know how shit works at work. I look at it from a strategic video game. You got your strong, fast characters that always seem to get shit done. They always have energy left to push through shit. You know, you got your strong, like communication characters in that. They're very good at manipulating and selling shit. And then you got your average one that just does like, they're not good at it. They're like good at everything, but they're not excellent at certain things. And then you got, you know, your like perfect guy that's like fucking great at everything, but he has to be the one to like do things that need to get done. And we all have to work together to understand how to make the job better. You know, it's like if we hire a really cute girl and I throw her ass on drive-thru, the more attractive looking you are, the more upfront you should be. You should be right up front, pulling in customers, greeting customers, you know, looking good, wiping off tables and shit, pulling in people, because that's how it works. When you think of it from a business perspective, just because it's not your business doesn't mean you can't have that business perspective. Because one of the guys I do work with in that, you know, he doesn't care at all. Like, he cares about being at home and doing the things, whatever the fuck he wants to do in that. I said, bro, you're at fucking work. Just fucking work, bro. Be a team player. You know, like he keeps telling me I'm not doing my job. I'm like, you're not even doing half the fucking shit that I do. I do double what you do and triple what you do. I'm like, it's because you're an emotional fucking twat waffle. You're all boo-hoo, cry. You listen to sad music all damn day long. You know, worshiping your woman because you're a fucking moron. You don't worship your woman. That's stupid. You don't idolize anything but God. That's why you get simp-ass men that idolize women. They think they're special. No, women aren't that special, just like men aren't that special. You can love a woman, yeah. You can have more feelings for that person than another person, of course.
I had the strangest dream. It was about robot
You know, you'll do more things for that person because you're connected more. But you can't idolize them because that's pointless. All it does is lead into control issues. And like the more I talked to this guy and like I had a good conversation, about like, and I told him, I was like, dude, like bro, I was like, you really have to stop doing this. This is a team. It's like we have to work together on this. And he keeps on mocking me. Why have to do all this stuff? And like, yeah, because that's your job, bro. It's like you keep up because that's what you do. You get mad because inside your brain you think it's the other way around. So you're saying that I have to do 90% of the work when you gotta do 10%? Like, bro, you're a starter. Your job is to maintain the flow of the fucking thing. And I said, that's why I don't want you being starter with me, because you fucking suck. You're quick, but massively fucking terrible. Like to be a starter that you cook the tortilla, you put hot stuff on there, and you're supposed to do a little bit of the cold stuff. And most of the times, a lot of stuff is pretty fucking easy because it's fucking tacos. Come on now, it's not that fucking hard. You don't need a brain surgeon to know how to fucking do this shit. It's pretty fucking simple. You could build up speed in that, yes. I got a good amount of speed of throwing stuff in there rather quickly. But I push the line. I constantly push the line. If at the end person's having issues because he has a big order, I help wrap up the other order and say, hey, next order is up when you get done with that. This person intentionally doesn't like doing that. He thinks it's okay to walk off the fucking line and leave me stranded when I'll be like one order behind him and he'll just leave. And I'll be like, bro, you have to stop leaving. It's like, I don't want to get like angry at this person because I know he gets frustrated. He thinks he's strong and that. Like, dude, I'd fucking just smash your face in. You're not strong. You're a bitch. Don't think that you're fucking strong just because whatever imaginary fucking rainbow fucking bullshit thing you dream of having or whatever the fuck it is. It's like you're talking to a real fucking man that is monstrously fucking strong. So you sit there and I'm very disciplined. So I look at a fucking dude like you that doesn't want to be organized. It pisses me off to look at you and be like, dude, you're stupid. Would you fucking just do your job? You keep getting talked to, but you don't want to learn. Well, then fucking leave. Go clean a toilet or something. Let real men do the job. So you sitting there and being a temper tantrum, twat waff all the time. He mouths shit underneath his voice because he can't comprehend that it's a teamwork. Like he has a thing inside of his head that he can only do specific things, and he gets mad because people tell him to do better. He's like, well, I am doing these things. No, you're not. You're not doing it. This is what you're doing. Hold on. That's what you're doing. You're a fucking fart in the wind. I think I might have shat myself a little bit. That one was a little wet. Anyway. So I work with him, and I flat out tell him, like, come on, bro, be a team, bro. Stop doing that stuff. Go help me out with this stuff, dude. And then he finally helps me out. And then he gets frustrated with me. I'm like, dude, it's like, you can get frustrated. And then at the very end, I just kind of like, as he drifted off, I just pushed on the starting line. I start starting, and then he start expediting. And I told him, like, I'm like, why don't you go fuck off, go take a cigarette break and that. And we're very sarcastic towards each other. We've known each other long enough. It's been a year and that. I said, go fuck off, go smoke a cigarette, go do something that, man. Like, just get off the fucking damn line. Go over there and go do dishes or something. Maintain your boredom. Because this is my position. And, like, you keep doing it. And it's the mouthing and shit, because you believe you don't have to.
Do I hide my wealth to
and then you get mad. You don't want to speak your mind.
Or give
you know how I know this?
Gratification.
We were talking about strength, and he's like, "Well, I did wrestling." And I'm like, "Okay, you did wrestling in fucking high school, bro." Okay, high school. You were like 16. I figure like 25 now, 28, like. Whatever how old he is, he's like mid-20s. Dude, that's been like 10-something years ago. you're an alcohol, you know, you drink booze all the time and that, you're fucking fat, and you know, you sit there, you know, it's like, I look at your physique compared to my physique, and I'm twice your fucking size. You weigh almost as much as I do, but I'm fucking bigger than you. Like, the whole point of it is that you're not really taunting, you know, you're just there. You know, and like, get that shit out of your head, bro. It's one of the things we were talking about that. He said, you know, did wrestling that. And I said, not a lot of people, you know, can take me in general. Not average. Like most, I would say no average man can take me, period. There's no way. You have to have some type of skill. You have to have some type of martial arts skill. You have to be trained for a little bit and understand how to fight before you can, you know, face some person that's, you know, been like, you know, training for as many years as I have been training. I still remember all the things, and I just don't practice that much anymore because I'm older and that. There's no point in doing it. But still have it in my head. And it's still, you know, it's like wired with me. And he said something like, well, there's always someone that's going to, you know, beat you up and all that stuff. And he kind of did that, you know, it was a taunt. And like, bro, it's like, I love how weak men like you love to talk like they're fucking powerful. But you can't even handle emotions. How the fuck you gonna handle a man that is disciplined with emotions and knows how to fight? That's what we call you a twat waffle for. You're a twat. You just say random fucking shit and you emotionalize everything to the extent that you don't even understand how to control them. Yeah, you're not a man, bro. And another thing is, guys that dye their fucking hair like green and blue are fucking twats. Like, this dude's not a bad guy. He's actually pretty funny in that, but he's not masculine whatsoever. Like, and he's like, well, my girlfriend dyes my hair. Motherfucker, why would you let your girlfriend dye your fucking hair, bro? And you paint your fucking nails at like 27 years old. 27, bro. Like, why? Do you think simping for a woman is why women like you? I said, bro, I'm not gonna lie. You know what's probably gonna happen is one more mistake and she's gonna kick you out, and then she's gonna pull the child support thing on you, and you're gonna be fucked for 18 years. Like, you men are fucking retarded. Like, he's trying to, like, cause I already got the feeling of it is a dude to simp. Cause he always simps with fucking women and that a lot. I'm just like, dude, why? Why you do that? Or because you're wrong in that. It's like, yeah, you go against a masculine man saying a man's wrong about what dumb shit women say that are 100% wrong with the stuff they say sometimes. And if I'm right with it, why the fuck would you agree with her? Because emotions? Yeah, you shouldn't be having emotions like that as a man. Well, men should have emotions. Men should have emotions, but we should be more logical with our emotions. Because that's what draws in women. That's why women attract to me, because I control things. I tell them how it is. Sometimes I'm nice about it. In other ways, I'm an asshole about it. It's just how it is. If a woman doesn't like it, I really don't care, because it comes down to it. I don't need to fucking be with you. There's like 100 out of thousands of girls out there in the world. Because women don't work like guys do to a certain extent. Simp men do. Simp men work exactly like women do. They all hate on each other. They all sacrifice each other to get the woman in that. That's what happens when a woman's masculine. Because when a man's masculine, all women simp after that man. Because he's masculine, he's big, he's strong. And what happens is simp men get jealous over those men. They'll sabotage everything they can. They'll say a bunch of shit too. That's why masculine women always talk shit about masculine men. They say a bunch of crap about them because it's a masculinity, femininity thing. But when men are feminine, they want to look for a masculine woman. Masculine women don't really exist because women can't be masculine. They can have masculine intense, but they can't be a full-on masculine because their emotions and they dramatize things so much that it actually overcompensates control. And then when they become narcissists with emotions, when they become control freaks with emotions, they believe that they're the keeper of everything. And sometimes it's we're gonna men do get like too, but yeah, emotional men get like that. I say as long as you speak the truth about what actually happened, then there's no harm and foul. But this is where the twat waffle emotion people come in. When you speak the full and truth, and because you know the truth about why they do things, they're the first ones that get emotional. Instead of saying, "Oh, I agree with you, man. I'm sorry that." They'll say like, "Well, you don't have to say it like that." I say like, "What? The truth?" I'm like, "It's not about how I say it. You're emotionally inclining it. That's why it doesn't matter how I say it. You're gonna think it's bad because it's towards you, and it's something that was." Not negative, but constructive criticism wise, and you get fucking upset about it. And yes, that does happen a lot. It all comes down because people hate themselves. Like, this dude does not like himself that much. As a man, I would never paint my fucking nails. That's stupid. I would never dye my fucking hair. No color at all. Because that's just stupid. Because being like a female doesn't get you fucking females. It truly doesn't. It doesn't work. The number one thing against females is being a masculine man and ignoring the shit out of them and working and making money and trying to establish yourself. the less you have to give them a little bit of attention because they're gonna flirt with you no matter what. Like the older crazy sister, she flirts with me all the time, asking me, "It's like, well, I'm gonna see you on Sunday," stuff like that. It's a flirtatious act. So if I don't show up, she's gonna feel kind of bad because she wants to see me. It's like, okay, it's like, well, I haven't seen you in a while, like, okay, well, you don't need to see me at all. I don't know why you want to see me, because, I mean, yeah, I think you're really attractive. You got a hot little ass on you, now, but it's not anything that I'm obsessed about, because I don't really fucking give a fuck. It's nice to see when I see it. It's like, yeah, like, I hope this, I hope my coworker's not, like, kind of like trying to get obsessed with me, because that's not a good way of being a good worker, because I'm not gonna hang out with you, and it's gonna be pulling the same shit it always did. This is the same place pulled in that one crystal girl, and she always wanted to see me. She would text me, have me come up there, and have me stay with her all the way till closing at on certain days that she closing at. And despite the fact that now I pretty much, something's gonna happen. Well, I'll keep you included. Something's gonna happen in the next like 3 or 4 months, because my manager lady's about to have a baby in like August. So the next like 4 months, and they're already gonna start doing, or she starts her maternity leave probably like a month before she has a kid, because she'll have to go through all the pains and all the stuff and that, so they want her to be comfortable in that, which I understand. I'm like, okay, yeah, I agree with that. Contractions, shit, fucking suck. Working through that is gonna be terrible. And like, and supposedly the older crazy sister is going to be closing a lot, and she's complaining about, like, well, you're gonna be closing with me. Oh, stop complaining about it. It's like, I could close them for a whole week, for like 6 weeks. She does, and it's gonna be the point where she's gonna want me to be on her shift all the damn time, and she's gonna kick the other guy out and try to have me close with her. Because that's what happened on last Sunday night, because I worked with last Sunday night, and one of the guys worked with her, and he's like, oh my god, he's like basically, he's like, I can't even work with her, dude. She's like, she sent the other guy home, early, and she had me stay till like 5 in the fucking morning. I'm like, why? It's like, cause we didn't get, it took forever to get shit. Yeah, it's cause she's used to me doing shit, that's why. I said, because I don't ask about doing stuff. I do stuff at certain times. Which I explained to like, there's certain things I just do because I put a timer in my thing. I know exactly, like, at 11:30 I start shutting down, you know, the upper heater towers and that. I at least turn them off so they can cool down that for 20 or so minutes. Like, to pull everything out, clean all that shit out, you know, because we're not that busy in that. And then, you know, we do all the little dishes we gotta do with that. I do things in sections. You guys do things all at once, and you're running behind because of that. You guys want to rush. If you guys just do things a little bit here and there, you're not gonna have to rush too much. These guys do this rush thing, and it's like they run with their heads cut off. And I'm trying to explain to one of the service guys that he does a good job on that. But I told him, like, yeah, you guys go out there and, like, smoke cigarettes or whatever it is, and you guys waste time for that, but you guys could be doing stuff in here. I said, if you took me out of the picture and everybody's outside smoking and talking at, like, midnight, we close at 3, and, like, the 12:30 to, like, or the midnight to 1 o'clock stuff is not getting started, and you're out there fucking around to like 12:20, well, you could get a lot of that shit done. So you're running around with your fucking head cut off. Like, you're at work. Do your job. Like, if it's super fucking early in that, like it's 10 o'clock, or if you got stuff already done at midnight, then you can fuck off for like 10 minutes, but you're still at work. And I say, you know, it's like one day now, you know, my service person and, you know, the crazy older, you know, sister that were outside, they were fucking smoking and just chatting and that. You know, I understand, you know, there was no cars coming that. It's still a little early in that. It was like 12 something. You know? But I said, if they ever do look at the cameras now, they're going to see you outside doing that. That's what they're trying to prevent. But they're going to see my ass working, and the first thing they're going to say is, like, why do you have that employee working and doing all that shit while you guys are outside? Another thing they're going to point out is, they're like, so you're having that worker bust their ass to do all this shit. And they're going to watch the cameras. They're going to see it's like, the dude's doing literally half of your fucking clothes by himself. I know I am, because I do it all the time. And you guys are just sitting there fucking off. And that's why I tell them, I do whatever the fuck I want to do because I do my job. You guys can't say nothing. You guys are lazy. Like, that's what it is. You guys are lazy. You make up all these excuses about, I got disorders and all this shit. No, you don't. You're just fucking not really disciplined. But anyway, I am super talkative. I need to get ready to go to bed. I need to take a shit.
The people of Carcadia were meant for fortune-telling. Your pawn is looking positively ghastly, and Mercury is about to crash on that ramshack you call a house. But for a tidy sum of 20,000 credits, I just might be able to help. Mancubus. Sometimes I wonder if he always intended to give me these cards. Did I win that match, or did he?
Okay, sorry about that.
Our resources, shipping lanes, borders secure. No more rivals building bases in our hemisphere. And then you have the military restoration. This is the fourth thing. And I would also add the quiet revolution in space that nobody's talking about. Do you remember just, 4 years ago, how humiliated we were with the Afghani withdrawal? The world was laughing at our hollowed-out force, and we had guys in dresses. Trump has completely turned that around in 18 months and built it into the most respected and feared military, I think I can safely say, ever on planet Earth. Precision, strength, and peaceful, overwhelming power.
I see you looking at my legs.
Why should we go to
So that is what that looks like.
the world's spaceport? No one is really talking about the master plan of what's happening in space. If you go into the show prep today, you're going to find all these stories about
Finally, some fun. Ah, wait.
space
It is just you.
with just what China is doing to help Iran with satellites. Okay, I'm going to tell you, if I have time today, about a space war that is actually going on. I mean, it's like Star Wars up in space right now. But the moonshot is critical. Record launches, master plans, on track to dominate the moon and the space economy. If you don't understand the space economy, read up on it, because this is
The moon landings, all that shit's fake, bro. It's all they went to the moon. All that shit's fake. Like, you telling me that people believe the moon, that the Artemis went to the fucking moon and turned around and went back? Dude, this shit's fake as fuck. Like, space wars? No, there's no such thing as space like that, bro. It's complete fucking lies. Like, once you go up far enough in the atmosphere, it's complete fucking black. There's actually no stars at all. Literally, I've seen it. I've seen it before. When they brought up cameras into the high like atmosphere with the big ass balloons and that, they had these cameras just sit there and just look at what's out there. All you see is the sun and the fucking moon. You don't see stars. You don't see planets. You don't see shit. It's a fucking lie. That's why they never go to the fucking Mars and that. It's all bullshit CGI crap. I can't believe these people haven't figured out. These people are supposed to be really smart in that, but they're still like into the satanic shit. Just... Yeah, this shit's not even fucking real. It's not, it's just a fucking lie.
Double down.
I just find it really funny that people still think the Artemis went around the moon, and then they went around the Earth like 2 times. You know, they're saying like, oh, these spaceships go like 60,000 miles. Does anyone know how fast 60,000 miles an hour is? Planes barely goes maybe 700 miles, 600 to 700 miles an hour. They don't even break the fucking sound barrier. They go like 500 to 600 miles an hour, which is incredibly fucking fast. You got this big old dildo-shaped fucking rocket And like even like our fastest jets are super aerodynamic. They're smooth as fuck, and they're really fucking aerodynamic. They go maybe like 800-900 miles an hour at max fucking speed. Like it's complete bullshit. That's why people that don't understand how aerodynamics works. A rocket ship is not aerodynamic at all. It's a big old fucking square. It has like a nose that's enormously fucking huge. It's so fucking big. I'm just sitting there like, dude, you guys are fucking retarded. You know how much fuel and how much like projection it would take? Yeah, they got big ass rockets and that, you know, they do have a lot of fuel in them and all that stuff and that. To go 60,000 miles an hour. Like to be able to go at like 1,500 miles an hour, which is like one of our fastest jet. I think it goes like Mach like 13 or something like that. You know, they had to like fly, supposedly fly around the world, which they didn't fly around the world. They flew around the hemispheres. They said, okay, since the Earth is flat, you're going to have to fly if you just fly east or west, you'll go around the world. Like, okay, so they just fly east and west, they go around the world. They're like, oh, I flew around the world. Yeah, you did fly around the world. You technically did. If you went to the ice caps, like Antarctica, now you couldn't do that. It'd be too cold. You'd be breathing in too much. It'd be like lack of oxygen. It'd be so damn cold. Your ship would fucking freeze. Like it would get like you don't have so much time. Yeah, it's complete bullshit, bro. It's like. It's crazy how people do all these tests but they all fucking fail. They're all like, oh, well, why is it failing that? Because you're being lied to, guys. Holy bullshit lie. Because we have people that actually like experiment or they actually look at stuff from that perspective. But every time you see a rocket, what they'll do is the rocket will fly in the air for so long and just disappear because it goes so high up. And then people just look at the fucking video footage of it and like it's not even actual. It's just them inside a fucking
the game is
what they call a space shuttle, which is like kind of ironic. And they sit there and just have videos of them like when they get to the altitude where the zero gravity exists. You get high enough, it starts to turn into zero. They have zero gravity planes all over the fucking place. You go in there, you can float around for like a brief moment and that. And then you have to sit back down, you're like fall to the ground, like crash and shit. They go up really high. They've done it so many times that they got perfect. They go up really high and they do an arc. They'll be in semi-space so they can see the moon because it's pitch black up there. They can see the moon, but there's no stars around them. And what they do is they use you know, eye lens cameras to make the Earth look round. But when you look around, they said there's a whole bunch of stars out there in the universe. But when you look at that, it's all pitch black. I literally seen the little bullshit fucking thing. They're just so high up they can see enormous amount of land, and then they take a picture of it, and they're all like, "Oh, this is what it looks like. It's round, right, guys?" And like you look at, there's no stars. Like, where the fuck are the stars at? I thought there were stars, guys. Where's all the stars at? Yeah.
I'm a killer, and you're only a kiss!
Rule 1, learn to be patient.
You wish! I'm going to must be out again! As a hat!
But yeah, there's like no stars. Like, where's all the stars at, guys?
New gun, same Georgia me. I see rules. Now is the time to breathe.
You stepped on an innocent
Double or nothing. Just like I want.
urge to
Peace, my sisters.
Forces beyond your comprehension.
scope my hernia! It's a roofer!
It's just funny going through these things and killing people.
Just ripped you from the land of living.
You really need to work on your anger issues!
But yeah, I don't know. It's just really funny that. Oh, I get one of these. Yay. I'm gonna go. This gun on. I wish they'd pop off more. Because the experience is really good. Yeah, I'm about to hit the hay here in a little bit.
You're in my sights now. Not throw these people. Come now.
I'd have done the same thing! This ain't over! Maybe.
Enemies? But there are so few of you.
Time to make mommy proud!
Enemies approaching.
I love this sniper. This sniper is so fun. It is so fun to use. I think I still have that on. No, I do not. I think I still got it though. This one. 58% more gun critical damage. It gives me a bunch of 44 sniper. I'm just gonna use the sniper. This looks like a blast. So shit's on first.
Making a stylish entrance and a messy exit.
That must have stung!
No, the show my window not.
Getting short for a minute. I can't see a freaking thing! She's moving it! Why?
I will show you what real freedom looks like!
I will make them too. Like to watch. Damn! I knew this is
You are out of your element.
Look at you fighting back! Freaking adorable!
We tear new life from the rotten flesh of the old. Chosen, served, severed.
Oh, I really gotta go to fucking bed. Oh. I don't know why I can't sleep. I don't have anxiety, I'm tired. Maybe I am.
Aim you can better!
Yeah, but all the games now, I know like Borderlands 2 snipers were like average as fuck. They weren't even that good. Like they were okay, but Borderlands 3 snipers, Borderlands 1 snipers weren't that good, honestly. They were actually quite fucking terrible. Yeah. I don't think they had an auto aim. This one has a little bit of an auto aim. When you get close to someone, they kind of like follows them a little bit. I don't know. I gotta get ready to go to bed. Yeah, because I can't stay up. I gotta go to work. You guys